Hey guys, again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you actually coming to click on the videos and figure out what's going on. So again, this worksheet is on Google Classroom, it's on Live Grades, it's on my CRHS Facebook page. It's also available here at the school if you need to come pick up a paper copy. You're welcome to print it out or have a paper copy again, work on it on that and send it in. You're also welcome to work on it on paper. As long as you have the numbers there, you're fine. So again, if you haven't joined me on Google Classroom, the link is here. Write it down, join using this code, make sure you're logged in using your school Google account. You know the drill by now. Please, if you haven't already, join, because this is a good way to get your updates. So looking at the top of this worksheet, you can see that we're looking at sectors of a circle. Okay, so a sector is just going to be a section of a circle. So just a little section of a circle. And it's going to be bounded by a central angle. So you can see central angle is just an angle that starts from the center and goes out to the different sides of the circle. Okay, so this angle here is a central angle. This one is also a central angle, but we're only going to be looking at the shaded areas in this worksheet. Okay, and its intercepted arc. Okay, so again, so it's bound by these two, as well as this arc right here. So this part of the circle. You can think of a sector like a slice of pizza or pie. See if I can write a slice of pizza or pie. So the area of a sector of a circle is what we're going to be looking at. So we're going to look for the area of these, and it's not that hard. Okay. So we're going to have the area is equal to x, which is the degree measure of the arc. So this little measure here, times pi r squared. So again, we have pi, which is a number, not a letter, and then r, which is a letter, it's a variable, and we're going to divide by 360. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at number 1. So we're going to go ahead and start by copying down the formula. So a equals x pi r squared divided by 360. So we have to know what x is. We have to know what r is. Again, pi, just a number, not something you have to solve for. Okay, it tells us that BC, so from B to C, is 16 feet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that down. So x, again, is the measure. That's the degree angle measure. Okay, of the shaded part. So here, the shaded part is 51 degrees. Okay, so we have 51 degrees from there to there. And then the radius from the center all the way out to the side is 16 feet. So to solve for the area, instead of writing x, we'll put that 51 in there from here. We'll keep the pi, okay, because it's just a number. R is 16 feet. And again, it's squared. And then we're going to divide all that by 360. Okay? So we're just putting in x and r. If we multiply all of this out, so we multiply 51 times pi, and again, if you do not have a calculator that has a pi button, just use 3.14. 51 times pi, or 3.14, times 16 squared. Make sure you're only squaring that 16, okay? Make sure you've got the parentheses in the right place. And then we're dividing by 360. Okay, so we are going to get about 113.94 feet squared. And again, it's area, so it's going to have the feet squared. And that's really all you have to do. You're going to write down the formula. You're going to figure out the values of variables. And then you're just going to calculate it. Okay, so we wrote down the formula, we figured out what x and r were, okay, plugged them in, we just calculated it, we just typed that in a calculator. That's all you're going to do. We'll go to the next one. So we're now going to skip to number 4, okay, so again, we're going to start out by writing down the formula. So area is x pi r squared, it's an ugly pi, divided by 360, okay, and we need to know what x is, and we have to know what r is. Because again, pi and 360 are both numbers. So it tells us that G to H is 13 yards. And you can see that that is from the outside straight to the center. Okay, so that's going to be our radius. But it looks like we have the angle of not the shaded area. We need the angle of the shaded area. And there's 360 degrees in an entire circle. And we're going to subtract the one that's not shaded. So again, we'll take 360. We'll subtract this 126 degrees. Okay? We're going to get 234. So our x is going to be 234 degrees. So again, to figure that out, since it gives us the not shaded area, we're going to take 360 and we're going to subtract the area that's not shaded. Okay? So now that we've got what x is, we can plug in our numbers. X, like we just said, is 234 degrees. Pi is a number. R is 13 yards. And then we're going to square it, divide the whole thing by 360. So we're going to take that 234, multiply it by pi. Again, if you need it, pi is 3.14. Okay? Multiply it by 13 yards squared. So if you're doing it on a calculator where you can't put the parentheses, do 13 times 13. Okay? Just put 13 twice. Do not square the whole thing accidentally. And then divide by 360. And if you get that, you're going to get about 345.1 yards squared. Okay, did you catch that? You have to have yards squared. This is area. You're looking at the area of the shaded in figure. You have to have yards squared. Anytime you're looking at area, area's units are squared. Okay, area's units are squared. Please do not forget, because it can make your problem wrong. So as you can see, this one's a little different. Okay, so the first thing to notice is we have two shaded regions. Okay, only one of them has this angle. Okay, this 46-degree angle. Notice that. Okay, but if you remember, these are vertical angles. Okay, and vertical angles are congruent, so they're the same. So because they go straight across and they meet at the vertex like that, that one's also going to be 46 degrees. Okay? When you have two different regions shaded like that, you are just going to add the angle measures together. That's what you're going to do. Okay? So instead of writing x is 46, okay, you're just going to add the angle measures together because the radius is going to be the same on both of them. So we still need the area formula. Okay, so x pi r squared divided by 360. So we need to know what x is. Okay, and we need to know what r is. From h to g, okay, and it is the radius, not the diameter, because it's from the center to the side, is 7 centimeters. So the radius is 7 centimeters. And again, in order to figure out what x is, we need to take that 46 plus 46. Okay, we want to have both of the angles. If there's three of them, you got to add all three of the angles together. Okay? That's going to give us 92 degrees. Now that we have x and r, we're good. Plug them in. X is 92. Okay, I'm going to put parentheses to make it a little better. Pi is just a number. R is 7 centimeters. Square it. Divide by 360. Okay. If we multiply this out, 92 times the pi button, or 3.14, times 7, or 7 squared, as long as you can remember to use the parentheses correctly, divided by 360, we are going to get about 5.6 centimeters squared. Okay? Again, squared, because it is area. So if you have another one like this, remember, just add the angles together. The radius is the same, don't have to worry about that, as long as they're in the same circle. But add the angles together and just do it like this. Add the angles together for x, do it just like you did before. Okay, so you guys are going to finish the rest of these on your own. Use the formula. Once you get done with it, send me a picture or upload it to Google Classroom somehow. If you need help on these types of problems, I'm going to have some links down in the description to help you with it, make it a little simpler. Check those out, and then if you need more help, don't hesitate to contact me. So thank you for watching, and I will see you later. If you need help with tomorrow's work, just look back on this video and check out the other things, and then contact me if you need more help. Hope you guys are being good and staying safe. See you later.